A CBS 4 investigation revealing the issues leading up to the murder of a woman in Loveland and her daughter.
Family members believe that she would still be alive if not for a series of failures in the justice system. Lindsey Daum and her daughter were murdered at their home in July. She made numerous attempts to get a protection order against her ex, Javier Acevedo. Well, before the murder, Acevedo told an acquaintance that he was going to carry out a murder, and that man tipped off police. Still, he was able to carry out the killings before taking his own life. CBS 4 investigator Karen Morfitt joins us tonight. And Karen, you've spent the last 2 months digging into this case, talking with family members and talking with police as well.
Yeah, Karen, it's been a lot of work, but this is the first time that we are actually hearing from the family and their concerns about what went wrong in this case. It all starts at the center of this is that call. Loveland police say they thoroughly investigated that call, warning them, but the family doesn't agree. Tonight, we're looking at exactly what was done.
Loveland Police Department was told that he was going to do this, and they did nothing.
Well, Lindsey Daum's family wants to focus on healing. Her brother Garen says their path forward is shrouded with questions about what didn't happen, starting with a call warning Loveland police.
He goes to tell me that his wife over and flashes me an ankle monitor and that he's going to do life in prison or something and that he's going to kill her and himself.
After some digging, the officer determined the threat was made by a Javier Acevedo, so they reached out.
So the reason I'm calling you, it's about some statements that you might have been saying about your wife today.
About what?
That you were going to harm her.
Oh, hell no, dude. Why would I do that?
Loveland police say it was their belief the threat was against a woman in Denver because of a protection order they found. 2 days later, Acevedo murdered Lindsey Daum and her 16-year-old daughter and then shot himself.
That was a horrific call for the police department to respond to.
Assistant Chief Ray Butler of the Loveland Police Department was leading that response and the investigation following, including how that initial call was handled.
The officer was thinking that the wife was in Denver, and that's where all this was taking place because there was an active restraining order.
Daum, who was in Loveland, despite multiple efforts, had no protection order against Acevedo, and her name never made it into that investigation.
Without those tools, we can't offer that level of protection.
But in the call, Acevedo talks to the officer at length about his home, at one point using the name Lindsey.
So she's trying to steal a house from me. I filed a common law divorce. I lost that case.
Our investigation found Loveland police had responded to that home 22 times in the last year. Information Butler says the officer didn't know at the time.
He'd have to go back and do a lot of additional looking into it.
The call ends and there is no further investigation.
They just called him on the phone and took his word for it. They took his word for it when he said he wasn't going to do it.
Police say there was simply no probable cause for an arrest.
So one call to the person who's making the threat, that's a sufficient amount of work to determine probable cause?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
Assistant Chief Butler says they review every case, but maintains this was handled correctly.
Loveland Police Department did everything in their power legally to protect that family.
I'm be doing my sister and my niece a disservice if I'm not honoring them, if I don't come out and I don't speak for them and I don't say, hey, look, this was wrong. This could have been prevented.
Now, when the chief says they did everything in their power legally, he's referring back to there not being a protection order for Daum that would have pointed them in her direction. We're taking a closer look at those issues with our court system that kept her from getting a protection order as well. A story, guys, that will air tomorrow on CBS 4 News at 6.
All right, Karen, thank you.
A business owner